Yoda. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our back to school class. My name is Hattie Massey. Hi, Roxy. Hi, Jen. Hi, Julie. Um, and I have been using essential oils. I just can tell you a little bit about myself before we get started. I've been using essential oils for like 10, actually probably 11 years now. It all started because I had a lot of medical issues and I was on 26 different medications. Not all of them were for my problems, but probably a third of them was for side effects from my medications for my problems. And I just got tired of it. So I needed to find a natural solution. And so I went to my doctor and I told her that I was going to start using essential oils to relieve some of these issues. And I'd really like her support. But if she didn't, I was going to do it on my own anyway. Well, she didn't like that. So she decided to go ahead and walk me through it. So we picked one thing. We worked on it till I got off my prescription medication. I was only using essential oils, and it just was a domino effect from there. I'm not off everything, but I'm not taking 26. So to me, that's a win. And I use essential oils are my first go-to no matter what the situation is, whether it's cleaning, whether it's a bug bite, whether it's I'm tired, muscle aches, whatever. Essential oils, I always go there first. And I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. You have to have a diagnosis so you know what you're looking for, the oils you're looking for. So doctors are good, but I do use a lot of essential oils in every aspects of my life. So I'm going to go ahead and swap this over. Oh, wait, I have to share my screen. Julie, every
Yeah,
time, right, girls? Share my screen.
how can I share your screen? I'm not there.
I don't know how to do it
Isn't there a button at the bottom that says share?
in Zoom.
Hover. Yes,
Oh,
hover over the
yes, I see. Sorry, I took last month off and clearly I can't take a month off.
and I'm back to school, so I know all about it because we're already zooming.
Okay, I apologize, guys. Share settings. There we go. There we go. Okay, can everybody see it?
I see it says sharing, but I don't see it.
You don't
Does
see
anybody else
the,
see
does
it?
anybody see the slideshow? Yes? I see thumbs up. We're good? Yeah, okay. All right. So let me go ahead
I
and with
don't see.
you don't see it, Julie? Everybody else does.
There it is. It's there. It must be my internet. I see it.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay. So anyway, as I said, back to school is here. My sister's a teacher, Julie, who's joining our class. And she is already started back to school. Here in West Virginia, where I'm at, they don't start till mid-August. But Julie is one of those early birds, but she gets tons of vacation weeks. So I guess she's okay with it. But anyway, I just wanted to start off with this Young Living. They have this kids collection, and there's 6 roller bottle oils. And I just wanted to just break this down. So like sleep lies, as I say, sleepy lies, nighttime sleep, genius, concentration, tummy jies is tummy discomfort, snifflies is sniffles and stuffiness, kid power, confidence and courage, and owies is scrapes, bruises, stuff like that. So there is a way that you can go onto Young Living. They've made this collection where you can go ahead and get them pre-made, ready to go, labeled, colored beautifully, so you know which one's for what. But I'm not that type of person. I'm the type of person that if I want to buy lavender, I want to use it in multiple ways. So I want more than just this. So if you're somebody like me who has a lot of oils that you want to make your own concoctions, we're going to share some recipes that are very similar to these. It's just ones that I've made on my own. So as I said, let's make our own roller bottles and recipes. However, before we get started, these recipes have some bizarre names. And Julie, will you tell them why, please?
So I've been using oils for years because of her. I am not real good about like what they are, what they do, what they whatever, but I know they work. So I'm just something happens, I'm like, Addie, what do I do? But she got me cleaning my classroom with these, and So I've got like the hand sanitizer, but we use the mist in my class because the kids like that better. And we have all kinds of things. But what I do with my kids is they name them. So they work in groups, and I'm like, okay, so these are the items that we have. This is what they do. Let's call them something. Then we make labels, and it's like a design. They're eighth graders. So you're going to see some brain rot vocabulary in these names. You don't have to name them that. We're just giving you what the eighth graders in Tullahoma, Tennessee decided that last year's stuff would be called in my class. So it will be different this year because some of these words they don't use. I mean, that you know how this generations just keep changing their language up, but last year's are what you're going to see. But you'll see what they're for, and you can just call them like focus or whatever you want, not what they picked. So that's my of what they are.
Sorry, my nephew came in here. Okay, so our first one is called Respawn, and that is our energy roller. And I have to put this up a little bit. So
I was gonna
Respawn,
say,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say it wasn't on the screen. Go ahead.
Okay, so Respawn, you put a 10 milliliter little milliliter roller bottle. You put 10 lemon, 10 peppermint, 10 orange. That is your energy. Even if you don't have the lemon and orange, if you just use peppermint and fractionated coconut oil, that's enough to give you some energy, give you a boost. Roll it in your hands, put it on your nose, put it on the back of your neck, put it on your wrist so they can smell it, the neck, pulse points. Down the spine is amazing for the younger kids. And if you can get it on their feet, the feet are the part of our body that has the most open pores to get into your system quickly. So this one is called Respawn. And I know my nephew just walked in here. He's impossible to get up in the morning. This one's a perfect one for him. Just roll it on and roll him out of bed. Another one is called No Cap Calm. And these names to me, I guess I don't have any eighth graders. This language is just so
It's
weird.
no lie. No cap means no lie. This is going to calm you down. No cap.
But
I mean it.
this is our anxiety and stress one, and it didn't pop up.
And it's perfect before tests. Like I have these bottles up here on rollers. They'll take them and roll them off my desk. If they feel stressed, they're worried about like the study habits, all the things. They just come up to my desk. They've got them labeled already. They just grab it and roll it on their wrists and go sit back down. And nobody thinks twice about it. It's just what they do.
Do you guys see the?
Nope.
I tell
Just a
you
pretty
what,
background.
I'm batting zero. You guys, I am so sorry. Just give me a second. I've got it right here. Okay. So this is awful, you guys. I'm sorry. Julie, say something while I find this.
It's okay. And it's what is this one that we're talking about? Is this no cap calm?
No cap calm.
I have to say, as soon as I tell my son that it's called no cap, he's going to be so freaking excited. He
I
uses
think
that word, and they do talk a different language now.
And
And
they
you have to say,
do.
what the world does that mean? And when I tell him that this is the recipe for it, he is going to literally die. He's going to be so excited.
Well, that's why Julie does this with her class for her class. And I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just
let's just use those names.
use those names. And like you said, I always write on the side of it what it's for. Like the other one, like you can see here, it says energy right here. So you can, even though it's a weird name, you can see I put on the side what it actually is used for. But no cap calm for some reason is not coming up. But this is a 10 mil roller bottle, 12 lavender, 12 cedarwood, 10 vetiver, 10 peace and calming, and 10 stress away, and then 5 valor. And you guys, vetiver is to me the gold star in this recipe. Vetiver is one of the most grounding. To me, it stinks. It's like very woodsy, and I don't like that smell. But it is very grounding, and it truly pulls you down and calms you down. That is the star of this particular roller
And
bottle.
it's funny that you say it stinks because vetiver is one of the ones that Riley, my autistic daughter,
Yeah.
who does not like any smell, likes.
Yeah.
Like that's her. Like that one's okay. I like that.
Yep. But you know what? They say that you like what your body needs.
Mhm.
You know, like Lang Lang's mine, and I have blood pressure issues and stuff like that. And that's very good for blood pressure, so they say, so she needs grounding, and that makes sense. Okay, the next one is Aura Boost, which is your confidence. And Julie?
There, that's aura. It's all about aura. It is all about aura in the eighth grade. And yes, when they come in, they're like, "Oh, Miss K, I need my confidence. Give me that aura boost." And they run over and they're like, "I'm like, it's not perfume." And they're like, "Oh, okay, okay." You know, but yes, they love their aura.
You guys, I don't know why this isn't showing up, but this is same thing, 10 milliliter roller bottle, 15 bergamot, 15 lang lang, and 15 grapefruit. And you just top all of these off with fractionated coconut oil. You don't have to use fractionated coconut oil. You can use almond oil. You can use jojoba oil or whatever you want. I just prefer fractionated coconut oil in a roller bottle itself, but you can use any carrier oil that you want to. And then you put it on the pulse points, put it up down the spine, on the feet. That's where all these oils need to go. And there is, I wish I would have had it. There is like jewelry that, like those bead bracelets the girls wear and stuff. They have lava beads on them. So if somebody wants this confidence or whatever, you can
All
take a
right.
roller and roll it on the roller beads. So it's always diffusing with the kids. And then they don't have to take roller bottles or anything like that to school. Because some schools, and I will say this, I know Julie uses this in class, but she does speak to the parents to make sure that there's
Mhm.
no allergies, that
Yeah.
they aren't opposed to using them because we want
There
to
was
respect the parents.
There was one year, I think it was 3 years ago, that we did not diffuse anything in my room all year or use any roller bottles because we had a girl who got very sensitive to smell and had headaches. And so we weren't able to do that all year. I mean, we could have, but why would we do that to a kid? So we took out, like the other classes took out their Glade plugins, their Tarte warmers. Like there was nothing in any room. And it smelled like middle school. What Riley calls tuba spit. She says that room smells like tuba spit. She was a band kid. So, and if you've ever been a band kid, you know the tuba spit smells. That's
The
the
smell. Yep.
one. See, Roxy, yes, I know.
So the next one is brain buff. This is what you want to use when your kids are at home and all they want to do is go play, but they need to bring it down, focus, and study and do their homework. Please be there. Nope. And this one
Oh,
is,
Hattie,
yeah.
somebody asked. Oh, Jen said she's going to get the recipe slides. Somebody asked you to repeat a recipe, but she'll get the slides later for them.
Oh yeah. And when I share this slideshow, it'll have them on here. For some reason, this happened like 2 classes ago
I
or
remember
something.
that.
I don't know what's going on. But anyway, the brain buff is a 10 ml roller bottle, 10 lemon, 10 rosemary, 10 eucalyptus globulus, 5 peppermint, and I top this off with fractionated coconut oil, like everything else. Pulse point, spine, feet, or jewelry, or whatever they want to use. You have to let the kids get involved in this and give them options of how to use this. And you could take this recipe. Okay, so lemon, rosemary, eucalyptus, and peppermint. And you could put a couple drops in a diffuser and diffuse that on their desk while they're studying. I mean, there's more ways to put it on besides a roller bottle. Okay. Locked in.
All right,
Whatever
that
Julie said
means
to
to
call it.
focus, like lock in. It's time to focus and do what we need to do. That's why they named the focus one that. I have ADHD. I have many students with ADHD, and we are so close to each other when we talk about it that we're to the point that not only can I say to them, "Did you forget your meds today?" But when I'm standing up there going, "What was I saying?" They're like, "Miss Kate, did you forget your meds?" And I'm like, "I did, but hold on." And they're like, "Get your roller," you know. So we all know we all have our issue. Hey, we figure it out together. But I have this one kid that wasn't even my student that heard about locked in, and he had ADHD. And if he forgot his meds or if he had a test or if he had anything, he'd run in and be like, "Miss K, can I borrow your locked in?" And I'm like, "Yes, you may." And he's like, "Thank you." And he put it on. And one day I didn't have it. It was like out or something. And I know that he like he was and I gave him the Fruity Pebble one, which she's going to talk about in a little bit. And he put it, he's like, "Ooh, that smells different. That's good." And then he came back at the end of the day. He goes, "I was awesome today. Thank you so much." And I'm like, "Okay." So I don't know if the placebo effect, because he's had it so much and it worked, that he just thought that day it just smelled different, but that was a good one. But yes, locked in means I'm focused.
And this recipe has 15 drops lavender, 15 drops vetiver, And that, remember, that's our gold star for school. 15 drops cedar wood, 15 drops lang lang, and you top it off with fractionated coconut oil. All right, what's our next one? Not a picture. Okay, crash out. This is for tantrums, anger issues. This can be for a toddler. This can be for a grown 80-year-old woman. Anger, tantrums.
And it can
Oh,
be for an eighth
yay,
grader
we're
who
back.
says, I'm going to crash out.
So this one is 10 vetiver, 8 lang lang, 8 lavender, 8 frankincense, because you want that little extra. Remember, I told you frankincense, it gives it a little boost. It's kind of like an extra strength. So we put 5 frankincense in this, 4 clary sage, 3 marjoram, and you top it off with fractionated coconut oil. Pulse points, spine, feet. If you can remember those 3 things, you're going to hit it where it's going to get into the bloodstream, which is where you want it. Glitch fix.
I have
This
not
is
used one in class, so I give them the list of what the things are. And because I'm like, well, name the rest of these too, because we use them at home with our grandkids and stuff too. So that's why they named it Glitch Fix. Something's wrong, we've got to fix it. So it's Glitch Fix.
okay. So this is all about your tummy. So tummies can be from nerves, tummies can be from viruses, tummies can be, I mean, your gut is the core of all the problems. And we use 20 drops of digize, 10 orange, and I think it's 5 frankincense. Top that up with fractionated coconut oil. Now I'm going to tell you a little secret. I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but when you're having belly issues, our intestines go in a clockwise way, like it's in our bodies in a clockwise way. So if you are having issues of flowing too much, you want to take the roller bottle and you want to make it counterclockwise. Now, if you're a person that has no flow and needs the flow, you're going to make it go clockwise. And I don't know why, I don't know what it does, but I have the flow. My husband does not. We use the same roller bottle. It's just the way we apply it and put it on. Okay. Stretch mode. This is another one Julie doesn't use because right, but I used it on my nephews many, many years ago. I know Julie uses it on her grandchildren. It's for growing pains. So this is 30 Panaway, 30 Valor, and 10 or 30 peppermint. And the Panaway is just, you know, our muscle pain oil. Valor's calming. Peppermint kind of pushes things in a little deeper. So if you're having really, really, really bad growing pains or Charlie horses or something like that, rub that in your leg. And if it's really, really bad, take peppermint on top of it and then put it on top of what you just rolled on. And that will help penetrate and push it deeper into your system to get deeper to where the pain is. Okay.
And that does work because I had a 5-year-old screaming about his legs hurting him. I think it was this past summer or spring, I guess, because school was still in session and he had spent the weekend and put that on. And he was like, he said it feels better and he was able to go to sleep, but it took a little bit.
Yeah. The next one is head glitch. Kids always say they have a headache when they don't want to do something. Well, now you've got a solution to make their headache go away so they can continue to do what they're supposed to be doing.
And they do use that in class.
This is 10 lavender, 10 peppermint, 10 eucalyptus globulus, 10 rosemary, and you top that off with fractionated coconut oil. You can rub it on your temples. The only thing about rubbing it on your temples is make sure you like do it in your hairline, because if you like do it right here, it can roll down into your eyes and it does burn like crazy. If you ever get this in your eye, do not put water in your eye. All you're doing, oil runs from water. So all you're doing is pushing that oil deeper inside you and hurting you even more because the oil's running from the water. I know this sounds crazy. Fractionated coconut oil. Wash your eyes out with it. It'll pull right out. I know it's scary to think to put more oil in it, it
But
works.
it's the good one.
It's the
And
good.
I will say this, if you have kids in school, anybody that's listening, or if you're a teacher, you can have the roller bottle there for the head glitch. But if not, I had a girl like you kids cannot have, they can't bring Tylenol to school unless there's like a doctor's note that has to go to the nurse. Then they have to go to the nurse's office in order to get their Tylenol. They cannot carry pills in their backpack because who knows what they're carrying. So they can't have Motrin, they can't have Excedrin, they can't have anything except for doctor, and no parent's going to go get a doctor's note for Tylenol. This, they are allowed to carry around oil bottles. That they're allowed to do that. So, I mean, you'll see them get in their little bag and just roll it on. So if you've got somebody with headaches, or if your kid has headaches, make one of these little bottles. I mean, you can make a small, I mean, I've got roller bottles that are this big. What are those, Hattie? Five? I mean,
One,
they're just real tiny.
one or two mil.
And it's a roller. Yeah. And they can just have that with them at school. And then when they have those issues, they can just pull it out and do that. And they don't have to go ask for the nurse's office or call home for medicine or go home or any of that. And that is helpful when you can't have access to the other things.
The next one is Yuck Buster, and this is our immunity boost. If I had kids in school, I would be rolling this on their feet every single day before they left my house. This is going to boost your immunity. It's going to help politically correct. It's going to help resist bugs out there. It's just going to build their immunity. Roll it on their feet. But this is, did it come up? No. Okay, this is 10 frankincense, 10 lemon, 10 oregano, 10 thieves, 10 tea tree, and 10 thyme. Thyme is odd, but that is very, very good for, that issue we had in 21. That really helped with that. The thyme did. So that is one you want to keep if you feel any sniffles, anything like that. And it doesn't matter. The only thing I would suggest, if you have somebody like Julie's grandkids' age, that's like 5, 6 or under, I would cut this recipe in half, because I do believe that children and the elderly, their skin is a lot more delicate and they can't handle the intensity of these oils. So I would cut it in half. I would cut all these recipes in half for 5 or 6 and under. Okay. This is another one Julie does not use in her class, but it is very important, especially when you have things going on, middle school and all that stuff, high school, grade school, it does work for adults. It doesn't matter. You want to power down, you want to get some sleep. So this one is 10 lavender, 10 peace and calming, and 10 cedarwood. You're going to top that off with fractionated coconut oil and put it on your pulse points. I like to put it on my feet. I like to put it like right here on my chin, and then so that way I can smell it. So just wherever it works for you to put on, just as long as you can get it in your system. Okay. That is all of the roller bottles that I have. If you guys want any more, then you just let me know, and I'm sure I have more that I can share with you guys. This is hand sanitizer that they called Main Character Mist.
Main character means that they are the most important. So you're not an NPC, you're not like the side character or anything. You are the main. And this hand sanitizer, apparently, it makes you the main. Like you're important now. You're clean. Everybody wants to be around you. You're not the one that stands to the side and nobody wants to be around. So they called it Main Character Mist.
I'm going to stand up real quick and grab this. This is what I make them in. Can you guys see that? Can you see that, Julie?
Not really. Take it out.
Take it out?
Yep. Take it out.
These. You see these all the time, those little credit card size hand sanitizers. These are great. And the recipe I have, it's not a gel. This is actually, you can put in here and it's a mist, but kids love these. And I got 6 of these on Amazon. They're all different colors, and they were like, it was $11 for 6 of them. Super easy to use. And of course it did not show up. So what you're going to use is you're going to use a half a cup of 99% alcohol. You're going to use a 1/4 cup of aloe vera gel, a tablespoon of glycerin, 30 to 40 drops of Young Living essential oil, I just put that on there because the kids, let them choose, make this a project for them, let them make their own and what scent they want. I personally use Thieves because that's a gunk to me. It's getting rid of all the yucky out there. And then 1 cup of water. You're going to mix it all together and then you're going to pour it. Get you one of these little things and you're just going to pour it in there. And then they've got their own spray bottles. All right. I don't even know if I can say this.
Jen's laughing. She's probably heard Skibbity. It's Skibbity Scrub. It's like Skibbity Toilet. It's their meme.
Skibbity Scrub.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, oh, did you see it?
There, oh, for 2 seconds. There it is.
Okay. This one's simple. I mean, you don't have to fix what's not broken. A cap full of this in the jar, fill the rest with water, and you've got it. Clean everything you have. Clean everything in a classroom, chairs, doorknobs, desk, everything. And I put this little bonus pro tip on here because of my sister. She just started school Friday, and I have told her for years, lemon oil is the best goo gone on the face of the planet. And she had some sticky residue left over from last year, and she actually listened this time.
No. 6 years. 6 years. It was on the board for 6 years.
6 years. So
I had tape, electrical tape to divide my stuff. And I couldn't get it off with alcohol, with the Clorox wipe, with Fantastic, with nothing. With the Skibbity Scrub, nothing.
So she put it on
But
there.
then, yes, I used the oil.
She videoed it and she's like, it's just coming right off. No scrub, no nothing. So have your Skibbity Scrub, but also have a bottle of lemon oil right there with you too.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to do diffuser recipes. Yes, they're coming up.
Oh, good.
This is my root beer float one. 2 wintergreen, 2 tangerine, 3 vanilla. Y'all, it smells just like a root beer float. Kids love it. Kids love it because it's something different. You don't have root beer candles or Glade plugins or anything. But the thing is, you're giving them medicinal benefits. You're making them feel good by having the things that they're smelling and they're enjoying it. Fruity Pebbles, this is probably the most requested number one fruity diffuser recipe. It's 3 lemongrass, 3 grapefruit, 3 bergamot.
And I'll tell you this. Oh, sorry.
You feel like you're eating Fruity Pebbles when you smell it. Go ahead.
And my students, not only, I have this in a roller as well as diffuser because they love the smell so much. And again, I teach middle school. By my 7th period block, they've already had PE. They've been outside. They smell like middle schoolers that are learning hygiene issues. And I have this roller bottle on my desk because a few years back, the girls were like, Miss Costa, the smell, I'm getting sick. And so now what they do is they take the roller bottle and they put a little bit on their finger and they do that and they go sit down. And that's all they smell is but they love the Fruity Pebbles. So, I mean, it just, and then you're not embarrassing the kid that smells. You're not calling him out, or her, and the girls, because everybody's coming to my desk for a roller bottle. Like they all come up for something at some point. Nobody thinks anything of it. So the girls just come up and then they're like, and then they do the hand, and they go and sit down. Nobody knows what they did because their back's to everybody. So, but this is one I have to make a lot of throughout the year, whether it's diffusing or the roller, but this one's used more than anything for the smell. They love the smell.
And any of these recipes that, like this Fruity Pebble diffuser recipe, you absolutely can make it into a roller bottle. If it was me, I would probably take 10 or 15 drops of each in a 10 ml bottle, the rest with fractionated coconut oil. And then you have it for a situation like hers right there.
Yes, all make it, Roxy.
What?
Roxy says, I'll have to make me some Fruity Pebbles tomorrow.
Oh man, it's good. I'm actually diffusing it right now. This one is lemon drop. It's 3 rosemary, 3 lemongrass. Y'all, when you smell this, do you remember lemon heads, that candy lemon heads? That is exactly what this smells like. And Julie has a story behind this one.
I'll cry if I tell it. Okay, so I was still in my other class. I'm already crying. It was like 6 or 7 years ago. And got a new student. His name was Clayton. He's about 6'2",
Oh,
real
she forgot.
thin, lanky boy, blonde hair, blue eyes, beautiful boy, sweet, melt your heart. He saw that I had a diffuser. And he came in and he's like, "Oh, your room smells so nice. Oh, you have a diffuser." And I was like, "Oh, you know what a diffuser is?" And he goes, "I do." And like the third week he was there, he came in early when nobody was in there. He said, "Miss Coster, do you have lemongrass and rosemary?" And I was like, "How do you know what those are?" I said, "I do, not here, but at home." I said, "But how do you know what they are?" And he said, he's tearing up. That's why I'm crying. I'm remembering his face. He says, "My mom diffused that at home and she died of cancer about 3 months ago. And my dad refuses to diffuse it at home anymore, but that smell makes me think of her." And I was like, okay, well, yeah, we'll see what we can. And of course, the rest of the year, every day, we had rosemary and lemongrass. And he would walk in my room. I'm not kidding you guys. He would walk in and he'd go, and then he'd sit down and it just broke my heart. He was the most precious boy. And I go to graduation every time. I don't see these kids for 4 years. I see Jen White Purpose. She's just like me. I went to graduation and because I always go to see my kids. Some of them remember me, some of them don't. He saw me and came running and hugged me. And he says, "I will never forget what you did for me that year. It was such a recent loss. It was so hard for me. And I don't think you know what that smelled. I could not wait to get to your class to breathe in my mom." And I was just like, so that's this. I just, oh, it just breaks my heart. It just, anyway, that's my story for Lemon Drop.
Well, now that I have tears rushing down my eyes, because I remember when that happened. But anyway, sorry, Julie, I didn't mean to make you cry.
That's okay. He was precious. He is precious. He's doing great things now. He's been graduated for years. We're good.
So,
The power of scent.
yes, absolutely.
The power of scent. That's what that whole story was.
Yep.
Mhm.
So good. So good.
So, July's final drop. Some people don't care about this, but to me, this is a big deal. All my roller bottles, I either use the amber, the cobalt, the green, even the dark purple, the dark ones, but you should use a stainless steel roller bottle. It prevents corrosion, warping, and leaking caused by essential oils. I don't know if you attended my class in the beginning when I talked about like lemon essential oils, like you shouldn't put it in things like this because it's not going to melt it and corrode it to the point where you're going to get a hole in this. But our oils are so pure and so powerful that they will start eroding at this, and then you're drinking plastic. That's why they say drink it out of glass or stainless steel. Well, I feel the same way about roller bottles. You don't want the plastic top because it will start eroding and then you'll start leaking everywhere. So I recommend a steel. And another thing, because there's no corrosion or anything, it just glides. It always glides and it's nice and cool when you use it. So that is my recommendation for this month. And I thank you guys so much. And I'm going to stop sharing this. And if you have any questions, let me know because I'm here for you. You're
I have
welcome,
a question
Roxy.
for you, Maddie.
Yeah.
I had two questions. Okay, so you said half the recipe for like they're 5 or younger, but when can kids start using oils? Like at what
Babe.
age?
If it was my child,
Yeah.
infant.
Okay,
Babe.
because that's what my leader did too. She had her literally had her babies, came home from the hospital and was putting
Oils.
oil. But you are doing like half. Like
Well,
at 1 year old,
that
are you doing a quarter?
probably like 2 to 6, maybe depending on, I mean, your child. So some kids out there are just like tough like leather,
Yeah.
dirty. I wouldn't mind giving them a full adult,
Lucas.
but then you've got others like little delicates and that I would cut in half. I would probably infant to 1 at least. Like, if you have a 10 ml bottle and you want to put diagnose in it for the tummy, I would put 1 maybe. 2 drops in for an infant. I mean,
Okay.
really dilute
Like
it.
1 drop and then the rest all the
Yeah.
fractionated.
And
Okay.
make it the full 10 mil, because our oils are so powerful that that's, I mean, honestly, that's really all we need. I just want to make sure
Right.
it works. So
Right. We want it fast.
I want it now.
Right. Okay. And my other question was, you talk about feet and how the feet
The
have the
pores.
biggest pores. Now, I'm looking at my foot. And like, does it matter if I'm going on my toes, if I'm going in the center of my foot? Like, where are my
I
feet?
I like pretend this is my foot,
Okay.
right down the middle,
Right
like
down the,
where the it arches in.
yeah.
Is
Okay.
where I put it.
Okay. I always wondered that.
Yeah. But that's a good place to put it, especially like this what did you call it, Julie? Yuck bust or whatever. The
Yep.
immunity
Yep,
booster.
Buster.
Um that one has oregano and thyme and stuff like that. And that's a really strong scent. So putting it on your feet, putting shoes and socks on,
Yeah. Doesn't
that
really smell it.
it prevents a smell, because if they go into school and somebody goes, what's that stinky pizza? They're never going to let you put it on again. So try to mask it for them in the first place so they'll continue to use it. You know what I mean?
That's so awesome. Well, I have a grocery list now of oils I need. So thank you.
You're welcome. Well, you
Oh,
always get
and
one.
the
You
only other
always
thing I
every
added,
order after a class, you always have like a couple rolls of oils.
totally. And the only other thing you missed because it was Julie's beautiful story, but when you did your lemon drop, I said you missed the vodka in the recipe.
Oh.
Ha
But remember, this is back to school
Yeah, we gotta keep it clean.
for
This is for the
elementary and high
moms.
school. Yeah.
That's for mom
For the
only.
moms.
Oh,
I love
thank
that.
you.
I love that Tyler knows the words, even after being educated
When
from
I
high
tell him
school.
all
It's like it
these,
makes sense.
he's gonna die. Natalie is probably gonna also die and I've never
Our
thought
kids are
about.
saying it in school, I
Yeah,
bet.
because she diffuses every day.
Well,
She's
tell
got a
her
couple in her room. I'm gonna tell her the idea of the whole.
it's a fun activity, and because
Yeah,
they're not allowed to use brain rot in class, I mean, we're in English class in the 8th grade. We're not
yeah.
we're not using that terminology. You tell them they can name it whatever they want, use their terminology. Oh, we're
They
there. One year we had the Riz. What was the Riz? There was a Riz one that we had. I mean, now that's not cool anymore, but Riz was
right.
like 2 years ago. But they come up with so much different like ideas and stuff, and they love that they get to name it, and then that's in their class all year.
Yeah.
They had ownership of it, and it's an activity where they can not only use their brain, but why is it that? Okay, it creates energy. Okay, so they're working together. It is a
Yeah.
great get
It's
to know
super
you
cute.
icebreaker activity,
Right? Super cute. Thanks for sharing that.